An unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day.
All right, good evening. I'm Corinne Ormson. I'm the Fine Arts Specialist for the Evergreen School District, and I want to thank you for being here tonight. You're really in for a treat. I was here this morning for their rehearsal. So we have schools from multiple elementaries behind me, and they've been rehearsing on their own. And then this morning, they came together for about an hour and a half rehearsal where they sang together for the first time. And it was such a joy to sit in the audience with, empty seats and listen to them work hard together and have a little bit of struggle and then overcome that and get better. So I'm really excited for you to hear all three levels tonight and to hear all the groups. So with that, we have a special welcome. Today we have a guest from the school board. So I'd like to introduce Julie Bocanegra.
Thank you and welcome this evening. We are in for a special treat. We have all of our schools together. It only happens once a year. We get the elementary, the middle school, and the high school choirs together to perform. And we've got some great music programs in our schools, and we thank you for your continued support. And we also want to thank our educators for leading these students in learning the music and the fine arts. And thank you again for being here.
Can we also give a round of applause to our sound guy tonight, Dennis Minks? If you are a classroom teacher here to support your students or a principal, could you stand so that students can wave at you tonight? And I would like to introduce the music teachers that have worked hard here for us tonight. So starting with the high school level, we have Mike Iverson from Union High School, Jonathan Vaughn from Pacific Middle School, Jennifer Velasquez from BBC, Tracy Hurst from Illahee, Bryn Scamahorn from Harmony, and Jordan Erickson from Pioneer. And Mr. Erickson is going to start us off with the first piece.
Do it. I'm not as tall as some other people. We're going to do a quick changeover as we get ready for Pacific to sing their selections for us this evening. And Mrs. Ormson did a wonderful job of thanking the people that were involved, but there was one group that we absolutely left out, and that was you. None of this is possible without the support of the parents, bringing their kids to school early in the morning for some schools, staying late after for others, extra rehearsals for high school, all of that. And so I think real quickly, could you please give yourselves a round of applause and our deep thanks for the parents. All right. So we have our Pacific Middle School 8th grade choir under the direction of Jonathan Vaughn with their accompanist today, which is Miss Shanna Clanton. And when they are ready, we shall begin. They will be over here on the risers.
Good evening. Hey, can we give our elementary choir one more hand? Way to start us off, guys. Awesome. Yeah, awesome job. I love this concert, and I get the opportunity to go back and forth. Sometimes I'm at the Central Choral Festival, and sometimes I'm here at the North Side. So it's awesome to be here tonight, as this year puts us here at Union. So again, my name is Jonathan Vaughn. I would also like to again just acknowledge our accompanist with us. This is Miss Shanna Clanton. And we'll start with a piece entitled The Tiger, and this is set to poetry by William Blake, who was an 18th century poet. So this is The Tiger. And our next piece is entitled Sanctus, and it's a Latin text, or a Latin sacred text, I should say, which would be taken out of a mass, so a piece from the Catholic Mass. So again, this is Sanctus, sung in Latin. And as my percussionist gets settled, our last piece tonight is entitled Ayangena, which is an African piece, and it's really kind of a celebratory, feel to it. The translation says, they come in, they go out, they are frightened. So this is Ayangena.
All right, so while Pacific Transit transitions to the risers, I'm going to do a little talking here. And the thing that I want to share with you is us music teachers, we studied music. We love music. We loved it so much we decided to make a job out of it. And unfortunately, when it's your job, it's no longer your hobby, and that's an interesting situation to be in, because there's times when I go home and don't listen to the radio at all, because I need no noise. But what I want to share with you is when we have music in your life, I want you to think of your life without any music on the radio, anything in your life, any celebrations that we have. Without music, the world is a dull place. The world is a boring place. And when we partake in music, when we create music with people around us, we create feelings of joy. We create these emotional connections with people. We get to explore these emotions in a safe and wonderful way. And I can encourage you to have your students continue music through middle school, high school, continue on into life. And I can share with you statistics like students who remain in music for 4 years have a higher graduation rate. Students who do more in music and are connected in music score higher on the SATs and have a higher college acceptance rate. And those are all true. But the truth is, music students are family. Music students have a peer group and a group of people that are their friends that can help them through tough situations, help them through the rigors and the hard parts of life. And that is the reason that I continued with music. I was a band student. I played trumpet. I did not start doing any singing until I was in choir and had to. And I love choir. That's what it came to me, because I love creating music with people. I love sharing that bond. And if you're going to have your kid share a bond with someone while they're in school, let's have them share with these people, because these are great people to share a bond with. Absolutely. We're going to close out the elementary-only portion tonight with a song entitled Firefly. And I'm going to turn my back to you now and conduct this one. All right, so one more transition as we have Mr. Iverson make his way down with the Union Chamber Choir. So the Chamber Choir students did this earlier today, and I'm going to do this while they're transitioning to make it really, really awkward and uncomfortable. But Pacific, you can do this too. If you were involved in this choir when you were in 5th or 4th grade, could you please raise your hand? Yay! I'm going to be selfish for a minute. I was really excited because being fairly new to Harmony, this is the first year that I have students that are performing with Pacific in this group, and I have been buzzing about it all week. And this is how much we are involved in your students and care about those students and love to see their progress. And we do want to see their progress. We do want them to continue. And so the one question I have for the audience now is, could you please raise your hand if you were involved in music in some point in school when you were a student? You okay? So when I thought back and I said, think of your life without that, and we were talking about the team and we were talking about the family, do think about what that, because music is unique in that we are always aiming for perfection and we never achieve it. And from an educational standpoint, that idea of aiming for something and never quite reaching it, because once we reach it, that goal moves straight up here, and then we reach it again and that goal goes here. What an incredible life lesson to be able to carry on into our future and into our thing. We always, in our jobs, we achieve a goal and then that goal moves just a little bit higher. And we also talk about how we make mistakes and we get to move on from those mistakes. And that's a hard thing to do, but it's unique to us. And so we celebrate music education. All right, we are ready now with the Union Chamber Choir and their selections under the direction of Michael Iverson and their accompanist, Laurie Collier.
Thanks so much, Bryn. And I like Jonathan and the rest of these teachers, really enjoy this gig from the standpoint of being able to share what we do and see what they do, and they get a glimpse of what the middle school does, and then the middle school gets a glimpse of what the high school do, and the parents get to see it all. And you're out of here in 45 minutes. Now go beat that, huh? All right. So we'd like to begin with a kind of a serious piece entitled David's Lamentation. And if you know what a lamentation, you're lamenting something. King David was lamenting and agonizing over the untimely death, actual murder, of his son Absalom. So this is David's lamentation.
Chair
And now something a little more soothing. This will feature our wonderful accompanist, Lori Collier.
Sing lullaby, the day is far behind. king, and they tell me of a king, and they tell me that my voice shall be told, shall be told.
All right, so while Mr. Iverson makes his way over here real quick to conduct our last song, which is our combined song, I just want to point out one more time this amazing progression from elementary school to middle school to high school in 6 to 7 years, which for them, they're going, yeah, that's forever. And for us, we're going, OMG, that's not that long. And what amazing work from here up. So thank you very much for coming. Here is Mr. Iverson to conduct our last song, Give a Little Love.
I also would like to give one more shout out to the elementary choir because it really, honestly, it all starts right here with them. Please give them a wild round of applause.